Välkommen till Y&R Insider. Jag går spot för all elates spoilers, upates, and veint, estenes scopes från till Yonkante Restless. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and say upate with everything happening in Genoa City. Let's dive into today's wiki news.
On the young and the restless, the mystery surrounding Alan's true identity and his transformation into Martin is one of the most shocking twists in recent episodes. Fans are left asking, how did Alan become Martin? Was it a case of grief-induced psychosis, or is there something darker at play? In this video, we'll dive into the details of the latest spoilers and try to make sense of this complicated storyline. Alan's sudden transformation. For months, fans have been intrigued by Alan's behavior. He was introduced as a seemingly ordinary, mild-mannered man, but recent events have shown that he's far more complicated than anyone could have imagined. The bombshell dropped when it was revealed that Alan wasn't really Alan at all. He had assumed a new identity and was living under the name Martin. At first, many were shocked by the revelation. How could someone so close to the Abbott family pull off such an elaborate deception? But the more the story unravels, the more it becomes clear that Alan's transformation into Martin was not entirely voluntary. Something in his past triggered this change, and it seems to be linked to a deep emotional trauma. Grief-induced psychosis. The root cause? One of the most compelling theories is that Alan's change was a result of grief-induced psychosis. Grief is a powerful emotion, and when it is left unresolved or poorly dealt with, it can have serious mental health consequences. For Alan, it seems that a traumatic loss or a series of losses pushed him to the brink, causing a breakdown that led him to assume a new identity. This is where the storyline becomes both heartbreaking and disturbing. Fans have witnessed Alan's emotional struggles, but no one knew the extent of his pain. Could the grief over a past loss have been the catalyst that made him believe he was someone else? The idea that his grief manifested as a psychotic break makes sense in the context of his erratic behavior and his apparent inability to confront his past. In the weeks leading up to this revelation, we saw Alan's personality change drastically. He became more secretive and detached, and his relationships with those around him started to deteriorate. This shift could have been a defense mechanism triggered by the deep emotional wounds that he couldn't process. The mental toll of his grief might have caused him to dissociate from reality, resulting in the creation of Martin as a new identity to cope with his pain. The unraveling of Alan's past. As Tracy Abbott and other characters begin to investigate, more details of Alan's past are slowly coming to light. It seems that the key to understanding how Alan became Martin lies in a tragic event, one that pushed him into a psychotic state. Was it the death of a loved one? A betrayal? Or perhaps a dark secret that Alan has been hiding all along. Whatever the cause, it's clear that his grief and the mental toll it took on him were instrumental in the development of this alternate persona. As Tracy digs deeper, fans are likely to learn more about Alan's past and the trauma that led to his breakdown. The discovery of this trauma could explain why he's been so elusive and why he feels the need to hide behind the identity of Martin. The impact on Tracy and the Abbott family. For Tracy, this investigation is deeply personal. She's been close to Alan for a long time, and discovering that he's been living a lie is bound to cause her emotional turmoil. Tracy will likely feel a mixture of betrayal, sympathy, and confusion as she unravels the mystery of Alan's transformation. The Abbott family will also be affected by this revelation. Alan's actions have already caused tension within the family, and now, with the truth coming to light, it's clear that his breakdown will have far-reaching consequences. How will the Abbott family react to the news that one of their own has been living under a false identity? Will they be able to support him, or will this revelation drive a wedge between them? What's next for Alan/Martin? The next chapter of this storyline will likely focus on Alan/Martin's struggle to confront his past and the consequences of his actions. Will he be able to regain his true identity, or is he too far gone? Can the Abbott family help him heal from the trauma that led to his breakdown, or is this the beginning of an even darker chapter for the family? Whatever happens next, it's clear that this is one of the most complex and emotional storylines in The Young and the Restless right now. Fans will be eagerly waiting to see how Alan/Martin's journey unfolds.